Alright guys, to start out we're using a worsted weight yarn and a 4.25 millimeter crochet hook. You're going to start with your cream color. And make a slip knot. Insert your hook, and we're going to chain 37 stitches. So chain 37. After you've chained 37 stitches, we're going to skip the very first two. So skip the first two chains and double crochet into the third chain from hook. Now we have 35 stitches because this two right here doesn't count as a stitch. So we're going to do 9 more double crochets in each stitch for a total of 10. So there's the second one. Alright, so now we have the 2 chains that we skipped and 10 double crochets. And now we're going to do 3 double crochets with our second color. So this will be the fox face color. So in the next 3 stitches, just do 3 orange double crochets. Alright, and now we're going to switch back to the white. So I just dropped the orange one, pick up the white, and then have it go behind. And then we're just going to double crochet until the end. And at the end you should end up with 35 double crochets. So just double crochet until the end. Alright, so now we have this, and we're going to join in the round. I always join in the round on the second row just because it makes it easier for me. So take your work, arrange it like this, and we're going to slip stitch into the very top of this first double crochet. So here's your 2 chains that you skipped, and here's your double crochet, and we're going to slip stitch into the top of this double crochet. Whoops, I made a mistake. Let's try that again. Slip stitch into the top, and then we're going to chain 2. Now I don't count my chains as stitches, but you can. And we're going to go on to round 2. So we're going to do the front post stitch now. So you're going to start off with just 1 double crochet in the very first stitch. That's the stitch that you slip stitched into. So that takes that stitch. And then the second stitch you're going to front post double crochet. Repeat this 3 more times. So double crochet, front post double crochet, double crochet, front post double crochet, that's 2 repeats. Here's the third repeat, double crochet, front post double crochet, Now we've come to almost to the colored spots. So we're going to double crochet once regular. And now we're going to pick up our orange yarn. So what I do is I just grab it and move it over here. Just make sure there's a bit of slack in it. Now you're going to front post double crochet this stitch. And then still using your second color, the orange, you're going to double crochet. Then front post double crochet your middle stitch. Double crochet regular. And then front post double crochet this stitch. So now instead of 3 orange stitches, we have 5 orange stitches. Now we're going to switch back to the white. So I just string it across once again. And so we did a front post double crochet, so we're just going to continue on doing the double crochet into the stitch, and then the next stitch front post double crocheting. So just keep repeating this until you get back to the beginning. When you get back to the beginning, I'm going to do one last double crochet. And then slip stitch into the top of that first double crochet right here. Then chain 2. Now we're going to front post double crochet the previous double crochets and double crochet, then front post double crochet. So we're just doing the opposite of what we did before. Double crochet. So you're going to front post double crochet the double crochets from the previous row, and where you see a front post double crochet, you just regular double crochet that. You repeat that 4 times, so 8 stitches until we get here. Then we're going to use the foxy red color again. So I simply just pull that up again, and then we're going to go from 5 red stitches to 7 red stitches. So yarn over and start out with a front post double crochet. Then a regular double crochet. Just follow the pattern as before. Front post double crochet, double crochet, front post double crochet, double crochet, and then last of all, front post double crochet. And now we have 7 red stitches, red fox stitches. And then we're going to switch back to the cream color. So I just drape that behind again. And we're just going to continue in this double crochet, front post double crochet pattern. So double crochet, front post double crochet until you get to the end. When you get back to the very end, the very last stitch, you're going to front post double crochet, and then slip stitch into the very top of that first front post double crochet. Alright guys, the hard part is over, at least according to me. Go ahead and cut your cream colored yarn. And I like to chain one before I pull through, just to make it nice and snug. And go ahead and cut this yarn too. So there's the nose of our fox. We're now going to do 6 more rounds with just the fox color. So in any stitch, I try to make sure it starts away from where my fox is. Insert your hook. You're going to pull up a stitch and chain 2. Now, since I don't count chains as a stitch, I'm going to do a regular double crochet into it, since I did it right next to the front post double crochet, and then I'm going to front post double crochet. And you're going to repeat this pattern, the double crochet, front post double crochet, all the way around. And you're just using one color now, so it should be a little bit easier. So just front post double crochet. Just in case you know that previous chain 2 from this round, I do front post double crochet that, since it does kind of count as a stitch when you're starting the new color. It should make sense as you're going along. Even when you get here, you just do as you normally would. Front post double crochet, front post double crochet, double crochet. It just becomes an easy rhythm after a while. So I'm just finishing up my very last double crochet, front post double crochet loop. Oops. Except for I made a mistake, so now I'm going to double crochet in the front post. Now I'm back to the beginning, and I'm going to slip stitch into the top of this. First double crochet and chain 2. So now I'm going to do the opposite of what I just did. I'm going to front post double crochet and double crochet regular around. So in every double crochet from the previous row, you front post double crochet, and every front post double crochet, you regular double crochet. So then you slip stitch at the very end and the top of the front post double crochet. Now we're going to repeat rounds 4 and 5 2 more times. So you're going to repeat it once and repeat it again. So 4 more rounds. Alright, so I just finished repeating those 2 rows twice, so 4 more rows. I'm going to go ahead and cut my orange yarn, chain 1 and pull through, and at this point I'm going to weave in all of my ends because I hate getting to the end of a project and having a million ends to weave in. I'm also going to weave up this part right here where we started our double crochet, so that's what I'm going to do next. Alright, so now I'm going to embroider the eyes on. I try to put the eyes right here, kind of like right above the nose. I'm just going to use black yarn. Alright, so now we're going to make 2 ears. I like to put the ears right over the eyes. So right here. And the ears are worked back and forth. So I'm going to start this one right over this eye. Insert your hook. Pull up a stitch. Chain 1. This is going to count as your first single crochet. And then we're going to do 3 more single crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to chain 1 and turn and do 4 single crochets back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we're going to chain 1 and turn. And we're going to single crochet 2 together. So insert your hook into the first stitch, pull up a loop. Insert your hook into the second stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through all the loops on the hook. And we're going to single crochet 2 together in the next stitch. Insert your hook, pull up a loop, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through all the loops. Chain 1 and turn. Now you're going to do 2 single crochets. Chain 1 and turn. And now you're going to single crochet these last 2 stitches together. And then I just chain 1 and cut your yarn and pull through. Now you're going to do the same thing over here, starting above this eye. Alright, the very last thing we're going to do is half double crochet 1 round around and over the ears. So I'm going to start in the back, insert your hook, pull up a loop, chain 1, and then you're going to just half double crochet all the way around. So insert your hook, pull up a stitch, chain 1, and then we're just going to half double crochet around. When you get to the ear, you're just going to wing it. Now in the tip of each ear, I always do 3 half double crochets since you're turning a corner. So in the very tip, I'm going to do 1, 2, and then 3 to make sure that I turn the corner. And then just keep half double crocheting all the way around. to get back to the beginning, you're just going to slip stitch into the top of that chain 1 you did. And then I always chain 1 and cut your yarn. And pull through. Now I'm going to weave in the rest of the ends. Alright, now your little fox cuff is done. You can do whatever kind of face you want. On this face I just tried to do a little loop and then little fox eyes. And it will fit basically on any regular size jar that you want to put it on. There you go. I really love these ones. I like this one a lot better. I think it's a lot cuter. But yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed the tutorial, and let me know if you have any suggestions for other things that I should crochet down below. Bye!